Today we have 3 brand new Pochettino tactics and a guide on how to use Chelsea on FM23 in a realistic way, which got me to win an FA Cup and also an unbelievable Premier League season with Chelsea, where at the moment in real life they're floundering down in mid-table. But these 3 tactics can take realistic players and Chelsea all the way to the top. What's going on there, guys? Kempy here and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another guide from myself. And today it is Chelsea. Now, I'm recording this 2 weeks in the future as I'm away on holiday next week and got loads of recording to do for EAFC 24, and that comes out in 8 hours. So if you haven't seen that on the channel already, it had been up a hell of a lot over the last week. Make sure to watch that player career mode and also a Manchester United manager career mode as well. Very exciting times on the channel. Make sure you're smashing them videos as well as these FM videos. We obviously had a Crystal Palace rebuild on Tuesday and then this today on the Sunday, which is when I get back. So we're resuming normal life very soon. But over the next 3 days I've got a lot of videos to make, including this one, the Chelsea guide. Now, I showed you I've got 3 tactics to go ahead and show you, and the results from these 3 tactics overall are all absolutely fantastic. And obviously I've done separate simulations of the tactics as well, which I'll go through and show you. You guys are used to these guys by now. I've done Manchester United, Spurs and Arsenal so far, so make sure to go ahead and watch them ones if you can do them saves as well. But when we do the tactic simulations, it doesn't often use wonder kids like Levi Colville, who is an absolute baller and played pretty much every single game for me when I did my realistic playthrough. Now again, I play through every game myself. I go through, pick the team, play the games, do in-game management, and that's how we get the results we get, because obviously I'm just the absolute god at FM. And if you want to see me complete FM, that is FM24, where I'm going to be going through and attempting my absolute hardest to win every single top division on FM. That is all going to be here on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed already, because that journey is going to be pretty wild. Nicholas Jackson is fantastic. Mudryk, we're going to get some unbelievable results out of him. They've got signs of Cole Palmer, Noni Madueke, Leslie Ugawuchu, Malo Gusto is going to come in when Reece James is injured, because we all know that's going to happen at some point. Connie Chukwuemeka is going to get some game time. Axel Disasi as well. Angelo, Andre Santos. Who have we got here as well? Dacho Fofana. A few of these guys might be out on loan in real life, but obviously with the Sortitoutsi sim, sometimes it doesn't quite work out with the loans. But you know, we move. They're not going to be star players for us regardless. But yeah, I'm very excited for this one. We've got 3 tactics. We've got a 4-2-3-1. We've got a 4-3-3, and we've also got the 5-2-3 as well. And what I like to do in my own saves is I go through and make a full squad of each. So this is the 5-2-3. This is the sort of squad that I'll be naturally using. Sanchez, Disasi, Thiago Silva, Colville, Chilwell, James, Fernandes, Caicedo, Mudryk, Sterling and Nkunku up top. In the 4-3-3 it changes to be Thiago Silva in centre back. Lavia moves into DM. That is pretty much it. Pretty much Lavia out. You've seen the intro, we've seen what it's about. And the 4-2-3-1 as well means we can get Nicholas Jackson in up front and then Nkunku in cam, and Lavia drops back down to the bench. But you can see Levi Colville was a mainstay in my side. Worryingly, Roberto Sanchez is 2-star rated, which is a bit scary. Caicedo only 3-star. Nicholas Jackson 2.5-star. But let me show you the results of this first season, the one that I actually played through myself. And then we'll start going through the tactics themselves as well. So you saw at the start that we managed to win the FA Cup, and we did it in emphatic fashion as well. Nicholas Jackson scoring a brace, beating Liverpool 2-1 here at Wembley. A goal early on from Jackson. Liverpool are going to get one back from Salah to Elliott to Heredisho Morita. Robert Sanchez being a little bit scary. And then late on, Nicholas Jackson is going to prove exactly why you can make him a baller on FM. I think next year's FM as well, he's going to be absolutely fantastic. Look at that for a finish in the 82nd minute. And you can see we used the 5-2-3 formation in this one. Starting team was Robert Sanchez, West Fofana, Thiago Silva and Levi Colville. Reece James right wing back, Chua left wing back, Caicedo, Fernandes, Sterling, Mudryk and Nicholas Jackson. The man, the myth, the legend, Nkunku was injured for most of the end of the season. So he was a little bit difficult in terms of goals, but we smashed it against Liverpool in the FA Cup final, which I was very, very happy about. The Carabao Cup, however, I was baffled by this. We lost to Ipswich in the second round. When I was going through and playing this, I was fuming because I wanted to try and win a treble. And 4-3 loss to Ipswich. Petrovic in goal was not fantastic. I got absolutely battered. Ipswich fans, you're laughing right now. You're loving life because you're doing well in real life and you've done well there. But the Premier League is where it all comes down to. The consistency of using 3 tactics, this is what it's here for. And winning the league on 86 points, 5 points clear of Manchester City is exactly that. Nicholas Jackson scoring 29 goals, top goal scorer. Bruno Fernandes on 31. I've never seen that in my life. Nicholas Jackson, top and average rating. Raheem Sterling in 3rd. And Reece James, top of the assists. What a beautiful stat line that is for us. Second top goal scorer and the most assists, which is unbelievable. Goals-wise, we scored 85 goals all season and only conceded 29, and we kept a lot of the ball as well on 55%. The most important stat, however, goals, points per game, and we absolutely smashed it on that one. A 2.24 XG over the whole season, conceding just 0.76. Again, extremely impressive. And the standout players for us, well, I mean, you've already seen Nicholas Jackson smashed it. 33 goals for us this season. Raheem Sterling, 18 goals and 9 assists. Nkunku, 14 and 10. Mudryk, 8 and 7. Cole Palmer, 7 and 3. Very impressive for Cole Palmer. 7 from Thiago Silva. 2 and 4 from Noni Madueke. 2 and 2 for Broja. 9 assists from Moises Caicedo. 5 assists from Ben Chilwell. And 14 assists for Reece James. Now, some of the most important things that we managed to do this season was to really improve the younger players here at the club. Now, Levi Colville is now a 3-star player with 4-star potential. You can see his stats have gone up very well over the whole entire season. You can see that graph there from the very start to now. He looks fantastic, and I'm very happy with Levi Colville. Moises Caicedo, now a 3.5-star player. Again, looks absolutely fantastic, consistent, loves a big match, has grown massively, and again, you can see that in the graph, a bit up and down. But when you go to attributes over the whole season, very good determination has gone up. Everything else sort of stayed the same. But Caicedo was brilliant in the match engine. The man that really improved to a 4-star credibility player is Nicholas Jackson. What a man this guy is in the match engine. 23 years of age, extremely consistent and loves a big match, great at finishing, and overall was fantastic. Where is he? Mykhailo Mudryk, 4-star credibility, 4-star potential ability, 26 starts, 17 off the bench. Give him game time, he gets there eventually. Consistent, loves a big match. Mudryk turned into a god this season. In terms of game time as well, you can see we were quite fair in terms of games for everyone. Fafana only started 10. First team all played lots of games. Bergstrom didn't play, but Badiashile only started 8 with 14 off the bench. Broja, I'm pretty sure, is out on loan in real life. He might not be going wrong. Trevor Chalobah didn't get much game time. Even the defence I was quite happy with. Lavia played 21 off the bench. 16 for Bettinelli and Conor Gallagher with 23 overall. Cole Palmer with 40 overall. Very impressive for Cole Palmer as well, 37. 20 starts for Cucurella. Leslie Jugawuchu, 12 starts as well. So everyone got their minutes, which was very, very important for me. I wanted to make this as realistic as possible. And I think the first formation that we're going to go through is this 5-2-3. The results with this were fantastic. So let's go through it start to finish. It's a sweeper keeper on defend, in goal with take fewer risks. It is ball playing defender on the right, central defender in the centre, ball playing defender on the left, all with no further instructions. Wing back support left and right, cross aim centre and stay wider on the left hand side, shoot less often because Reece James can hit him, and centre mid on support on the left, get further forward, tackle harder. The exact same on the right. 2 centre mids, nothing too sort of exciting. Inverted winger on attack on the left hand side, sit narrower. Inside forward attack on the right, sit narrower. Again, this is because the wing backs can bomb on past the wingers, and the complete forward on attack up front with tackle harder. And the mentality is actually set to balance. I changed it to cautious for the Liverpool game because I was scared, rightly so. We won it. Bosh. Pass into space, play at defence, low crosses, be more expressive, overlap left and right, a slightly lower tempo, and playing fairly wide. In transition, take short kicks, counter and counter press, out of possession, high press system, pressing much more often and preventing the short goal kick distribution as well. Now, all of these 3 tactics are available for you to copy off the screen, but they're also available for instant download from the Patreon, which is the top link. That is available for £2 a month. Is the tactics. If you want the rebuild files as well, it is £5 a month, and that is all on Patreon. So if you guys want direct download sort of files, Patreon. If you want to copy from the video, feel free. I do not miss anything out. I show you absolutely everything. I'm not selling tactics. I'm not a scumbag. So easy as that. Let's get into it. The test for this 5-2-3. We had our best season out of anything with 93 points. What a formation. 29 wins, 6 draws and 3 losses. Quarter-final of the FA Cup by Norwich and 3rd round of the Carabao Cup by Liverpool. Cup competitions were disappointing, but that is because it's more of a defensive formation. And you can see that as well in the data hub. Conceding just 0.97, scoring 2.47. This tactic was fantastic. Now, obviously, it does play a lot different players. Nicholas Jackson started 24. Whereas Mudryk started 25, to be fair to him. Levi Colville only started 3 games. Thatcher Fofana started 3 games. Conor Gallagher started 3 games. Mark Cucurella played 29. Trevor Chalobah played 28. So it's all a bit different in terms of the games played. Cole Palmer started just 4 games all season. Disasi with just 2. Gusto with just 4. And it's not realistic in terms of the team that was picked, but obviously, this is what FM thinks is Chelsea's best team and picks it for that 5-2-3. Now, the stand-up performers, 21 goals from Broja, 21 goals from Nicholas Jackson, 15 and 11 assists from Nkunku, 13 and 14 for Mudryk, and 10 and 8 for Raheem Sterling. Great results for Thiago Silva as well. 6 and 6 for Enzo Fernandez, 6 assists for Caicedo, 13 assists for Reece James. So, a very, very strong tactic. And in terms of the stats for the Premier League as well, we scored the most goals actually in this formation with 94 and actually conceded 37. So even though it's a 5-back, we actually weren't quite as good defensively. So ignore what I said about great defensively. It was meant to be the defensive formation, but ended up being the goal scoring one because that's just how life works. Possession just below 53%, so not awful, but also not fantastic. But again, we're looking to counteract teams, get on that front three. Fast-paced attacking football is what this was for, and I absolutely smashed it with 2.45 goals per game. Let me now show you the 4-2-3-1. Then the 4-2-3-1 coming at 79 points and coming third in the Premier League. So a whole 14 points lower than we did with the 5-2-3. Locking that one in. Third rounded by the FA Cup. Fourth rounded by the Carabao Cup as well. So certainly not as good over the whole season. Much more of an attacking formation, as you can see from the goals conceded per game. 1.34, but scoring more on 2.55. Goals wise as well. Mainly coming from that front three, not really from anywhere else. The wingers didn't get too involved. Sterling did in here with 20 goals and 26 assists. But 27 and 5 from Jackson, 16-11 from Nkunku, 10 and 2 from Broja. Then just 4 goals, 3 assists for Mudryk. Nothing really from the midfielders at all. 7 assists for Reece James, 7 assists from Cucurella, 3 from Ben Chilwell. The fullbacks not getting quite as involved in that because it is a 4-2-3-1. It is meant for this front 5 to go out there and do the business. Starting off with Superkeeper on defend, in goal with take fewer risks. Right back, cross aim centre, stay wider, wing back support. Left back, cross aim centre, shoot less often, stay wider. Ball play defender, both of them no further instructions. A DLP on support on the right hand side will tackle harder with a box to box on the left hand side, shoot less often and tackle harder. Inverted winger on support with this one on sit narrower. Inside forward on attack on the right hand side with sit narrower. Shallow striker on attack, which is a key position. This is what Nkunku will play in real life when he comes back from his big injury again, with Rome from position, and a complete forward attack up front with tackle harder. Positive mentality, shorter passing, passing to space, play at defence, low crosses, more expressive, overlap left and right, slightly higher tempo this time with the shorter passing. Take short kicks, counter and counter press, and a high press system, triggering the press much more often and preventing the short goalkeeper distribution as well. And in terms of the stats, in terms of the league, we scored 97 goals. We conceded over 50, so defensively not very good in the slightest. Possession wise, holding 57, and again, this is meant for the smaller teams. When you're at home, that's what we're going to go through and use this tactic. Now again, I'm going to go through at the end of this, show you the full schedule of the games that I used, each individual formation, so you know when to use the formations, but we'll get to that in just 2 seconds. Last of all, is the 4-3-3. Now the 4-3-3, we actually ended up coming in 5th place, but with 75 points, so just 4 points less than the 4-2-3-1. This is the middle of the road tactic, the sort of bog standard 4-3-3 tactic that I decided to go ahead and create. You can see probably down the bottom, goals were not our forte in this formation. It's meant to be nice and solid, and you can see that again from the data hub, just over a goal a game, scoring 2.05. A very, very standard 4-3-3. Superkeeper and defend, in goal, take fewer risks. Wing back on support, cross aim centre, stay wider. Wing back support on the left, cross aim centre and stay wider. 2 ball players, no further instructions. A half back in the DM role with no further instructions. A box to box with tackle harder. A centre mid on support with tackle harder. Inverted winger on attack with sit narrower. Inside forward on attack, sit narrower. And an advanced forward up front on attack with tackle harder. Short passing, passing to space, low crosses. Be more expressive, overlap right, slightly higher tempo, fairly wide. Take short kicks, counter and counter press, and high press system, triggering the press much more often, and preventing short goal distribution. So again, a very, very fairly standard 4-3-3 tactic. Nothing too special, I will say that very much so. Definitely the worst tactic out of the 3, and probably the one I used the least in our actual sims as well, scoring 78 goals, conceding 42, possession-wise holding 56. So a very standard 4-3-3 and definitely the worst out of the three tactics. But let's go into it now. Let's go and show you the schedule and when I used each individual tactic and why I used it as well. Starting off then with our Premier League home form, we lost 2 games all season, drew 3 games and won 14, which is very, very impressive. Starting off in the 4-2-3-1 against Everton at home. Managed to draw that 1-1, which is a bit disappointing. Followed up by Arsenal at home in the 5-2-3, where we actually lost 2-0. So not a great start, but after this, things picked up quite big. 4-2-3-1 against Fulham, winning 4-1. 5-2-3 against Man City, a 0-0 draw. Perfect result for home against City. Forest at home 4-3-3, winning 2-0. Palace at home 5-1 win, 4-2-3-1 formation. United at home went with the 4-3-3 and it paid off with a 2-2 draw. Brentford at home 4-3-3, winning 2-1. Bournemouth 4-2-3-1, winning 1-0. Spurs 4-3-3, winning 2-0. Newcastle 3-1 victory, 4-3-3, exact same against Luton. West Ham 3-0 victory in the 4-3-3. Liverpool a 2-0 victory in the 5-2-3. Again, fantastic result. 2 goals from my centre halves. A bit of a shithouse performance from that one, which is fantastic. Villa at home, we used the 4-3-3 and we lost, which is very, very frustrating, especially as it went down to 10 men. So annoying game with that one. Brighton 3-0 victory in the 4-3-3. Sheffield United 5-0 victory in the 4-2-3-1. Wolves 5-0 victory in the 4-2-3-1 and Burnley a 3-0 victory in the 4-2-3-1. We finished off very strong at home, which is great to see. And then we go to away form and we were pretty good away from home as well. 4-1 start the season, the 5-2-3 away against West Ham. 4-3-3 against Wolves, 3-0 victory. Away to Burnley, 4-3-3, 3-0 victory. Away to Newcastle, the 5-2-3. We would have got a 1-0 victory apart from an 89th minute Jamal Lewis equaliser. I was infuriated by that one. Luton away from home at Kenilworth Road, 4-2-3-1, 3-0 victory. Sheffield United, the exact same, 2-0 victory. Away from Brighton, 5-2-3, very good side, 1-0 victory. Happy with that. Same against Aston Villa, very good performances in them ones. Away against Liverpool, we actually lost 3-0. One of them games, they just got on top early, 2 early goals from Núñez, and that was all she wrote pretty much. Man City, 1-0 draw, very, very impressive. Forest 2-1 away from home in the 4-3-3. Spurs 5-2-3. We're using the 3-1 victory as well. Very, very impressive. Again, they did go down to 10 men, but we ended up winning that one, which is great. 4-3 against Everton, lost 1-0. 4-3 against Bournemouth, won 3-1. 4-3-3 against Brentford, won 4-2. 5-2-3 against Palace, won 2-1. A very difficult game. Palace very good on this year's FM. Manchester United away from home using the 5-2-3, lost to an 85th Sancho goal and an 89th minute Garnacho goal. As a United fan, I'd have been buzzing about that. Using a Chelsea guide and not so buzzing. 4-0 against Fulham away from home, which is actually where I believe we won the league. Very good result this one. Very emphatic victory. 4 goals in 40 minutes. And then we lost on the final day of the season to Arsenal 1-0, 94th minute. Didn't mean a thing, which was wonderful and fantastic. Using the 4-2-3-1 in that one, just trying to go out there and get goals. The season was already done, as you can see from the team, using Petrovic, Gusto, Badiashile and Chalobah. The season was over. It was just a bit of fun. We only lost 1-0, so very, very impressive. And that is the Chelsea guide. Like I said, all 3 of these tactics available in the Patreon down below. I guess linked here is going to be the Crystal Palace video. I've hopefully had a very nice week away on a holiday. I hope you guys have enjoyed the 2FM videos that have come out and the multiple FIFA videos that have come out. And again, don't panic if you're here for FM. FM is still going to be a mainstay on the channel and the main game on the channel 1000%. It is just while waiting for FM 24 and when EASE comes out, I thought I'd trial some stuff. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll speak to you next time.